Well, I think first of all, I didn't play Test cricket as a schoolboy. Everything is a stepping stone. You've got to be the best at where you are. And I think a lot of these guys, first of all, you have to accept the fact that this is the main league tournament in the world. And all eyes are on the IPL whenever it starts and finishes. And that natural ability to play the game is there. I think, yes, there's different ways of going about getting a youngster to understand what you're talking about. Trial and error. He might just go through a period of trial and error where, just through failure, he understands what's happening. Some others grasp the opportunity quicker, and even before they get to the failure, they understand where you're coming from. So you have to have that side of you where you can put your hand around the shoulders of the young ones that are not doing well, and then the others that you just sort of push in the right direction, and they understand what you're doing. It's a learning process. It's a lot of man management, and being able to understand each and every player and what makes them tick. I think for me, I'm also learning. So you may say that yes, as a former player, I understood things and I got to a certain level, but it was not easy, and it takes a lot of experience to do it. I mean, I started off at the age of 20 in a great team. So learning from Sir Vivian Richards or the late Malcolm Marshall, Desmond Haynes, is something that I cherish. A couple years of apprenticeship in that West Indies team did the world for me.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm listening to Brian, and it's all relatable to the same thing with me. I think you look at the finished article and you're looking at two guys that have retired and played the game for a long time, and your question was that what comes easy for us might come difficult for somebody else. But there's a period in my career, and I'm sure in Brian's career, where it was just as difficult, and I was sitting in the same shoes as that player. So I try and put myself back into that space and remember when I was struggling with a particular thing or trying to work out something, and give them tips and on how I did it to improve myself. But also recognizing that players are already good enough to be here, and then not trying to break them into doing more than they're capable of, or something that's like not possible, to do their skills at the best of their ability. Not to be an AB de Villiers if you are, I don't know, a lower order batter. It's you got to play within those parameters. But yeah, I mean, at one stage in my career, I didn't have all of those skills. I had to acquire them, and hopefully I can now pass on the messages and advice that I've been given through my career as to how they can do that too.